Welcome back. The stock market seemed to be on the day's high. This on a day when Raghuram Rajan has taken over as the new RBI governor. 50-year-old Rajan, a former chief economist with the International Monetary Fund, who was also the chief economic advisor to the finance ministry, is of course taking on a very difficult assignment from D. Subba Rao as his appointment as the 23rd central bank chief, coming at a time when the economy is battling industrial slowdown, the depreciating rupee and an all-time high current account deficit.
A new captain for India's sinking economy. Raghuram Rajan, one of the most credible and experienced economists, will take over as the RBI governor today. He was the chief economist of the IMF, the man who is credited with having predicted the 2008 global financial crisis. He will be the 23rd governor of RBI.
It's an excellent choice. Raghuram Rajan comes with outstanding academic credentials. For the last 1 year, he has been deeply involved in policy making in India.
Having studied at IIT Delhi, IIM Ahmedabad and MIT, you can't ask for any better pedigree. I have no doubt at all that he will turn out to be a very, very good RBI governor.
His appointment extremely critical, coming at a time when the central bank's role has assumed greater significance. Moving beyond the traditional inflation growth balancing act to managing the volatile rupee that has plunged over 21% in the last 5 months alone. This also marks the exit of D. Subba Rao, who took over as governor weeks before Lehman Brothers collapsed in 2008. Over the past year, the clash between Mint Street and North Block over issues like interest rates has been more than evident. Even economists blame the central bank and high interest rates for India's economic mess.
This is probably the worst era of performance by the Reserve Bank of India.
While Mr. Raghuram Rajan's views on the monetary policy are still unknown, he has no central bank experience. The former chief economist of IMF and the man who predicted the financial crisis is definitely emerging as a new hope for the Indian economy.
At a time when we are seeing the weakest economic growth in a decade, record current account deficit, high inflation and of course the plunging rupee.
We do not have a magic wand to make the problems disappear instantaneously, but I have absolutely no doubt we will deal with them.
In New Delhi with Shweta Rajpal Kohli, Hina Gambhir for NDTV.
Well, he clearly has no magic wand is what he's saying to set expectations right. But Mr. D.K. Joshi, chief economist of CRISIL, who now joins us, will talk exactly about what we can expect from the new RBI chief. Despite him saying he has no magic wand, the expectations are clearly riding high that he will do something to stabilize the rupee. Do you also share those expectations, Mr. Joshi?
Well, I think his views will be more clear, I think, once he makes a public announcement. But I think chasing the rupee, I don't think is an objective. I think we have to set the other things right so that rupee stabilizes. I think there's no, as he rightly said, there's no magic wand to address that issue. Some of the steps government has taken, and I think going ahead, we do expect current account to come down. But I think we would expect more clarity on the direction of monetary policy, I think, once he makes an announcement on the 20th of September. And I think there are many problems. I think the finance ministry, RBI, all have to work in coordination. I think there are bigger problems. I think, as you rightly mentioned, industrial slowdown. So right now the task is very, very difficult because you have an environment where growth is going down, but inflation has begun to inch up. And I think in this and the rupee is plunging. So under these conditions, cutting interest rates is a very, very difficult thing to do, even though the root cause of inflation may be supply driven. But I think there is a persistence with the supply side inflation in India. So I think it's a very challenging task. I think right now we will wait for his statement on the 20th to get more clarity.
Absolutely, everyone waiting to see what his monetary policy stance is likely to be. But Mr. Joshi, at the same time, you mentioned a very important point, which is better coordination between North Block and Mint Street. And that is something which has clearly come under question over the last 1 year, where we've seen enough stress really building up, with the government obviously hoping that there would be a slightly more pro-growth stance. While everyone does understand that the main task of the RBI chief will be to ensure that inflation remains under control, many believe that he may be a little more pro-growth than his predecessor.
Well, that we'll come to know later, I think. But what I would say is that the coordination has improved, because what we are seeing from the finance ministry is that there is a very strong attempt to control the fiscal deficit. I think there was a positive surprise last year, and I think this year also the targets are pretty tough, but I think they're making attempts to. So if there is more fiscal discipline, I think then monetary policy making becomes more independent, so to say. So I think there is improved coordination, but in the in the short run, I think we have to live with lower growth. I think there's no way to push the growth up very quickly, I think. So that seems to be given. The issue is how do you get rid of the underlying problems facing the economy, I mean, which is how do you revive the private investment sentiment. It's not only the interest rates that are going to do that, there are many other factors, I think, which we'll have to work on. So those, I think, once those things start becoming positive, the growth potential starts going up. But as of now, as I said, I think what surprised most of us was the very weak growth in the first quarter. I mean, 4.4%, and that was despite the fact that government did try to give a push through its spending, and even that was not enough to cushion the growth. So I think there are challenges on the growth front. There are challenges on the inflation front. Current account deficit will come down a bit, but still not to the level of comfort. But I think we should also look at some of the positive things. I mean, we are all focused on the downside right now. I think there are two good sources of positive news that are emerging. One is on the agriculture front, where good monsoons, fairly well distributed monsoons over a bad year will generate higher growth in income. So that should be a good news for at least from the rural side. The second good news that is emerging in parts is from the export side. I think we have seen some lift in July, and given the weak currency, we could see the export scenario improving this year. But these are only two positives visible as of now. Not enough to offset the headwinds from very weak growth in industry and the slowing services sector. But I think overall a very challenging year ahead.
It is clearly a challenging year, Mr. Joshi. Before we let you go, you've talked about a few positives, and there are only a few in the midst of several downside risks that remain. After we've seen very dismal first quarter growth numbers coming in, several downgrades on growth forecasts have come in. Actually, we've got Goldman Sachs, Nomura even talking about just 4% growth this fiscal. Do you also share that view that India is only likely to grow at about 4% this fiscal?
Well, we are in the process of revising our numbers, and I think soon we will be coming out with the forecast. But our existing forecast is around 5.5%, which I think there is a significant downside risk to that. So when we come out with the number, I think we'll be able to talk about that. But right now, I think indications are of a much weaker growth than what we expected earlier.
All right, weak growth, that's something we'll have to clearly live with, but expectations still riding high on the new RBI chief and whether he can do anything to reverse the current situation. Mr. D.K. Joshi, many thanks for joining us and sharing your views. We slip into a quick break. On the other side, Gargi will be back with the rest of the news.